Hey guys, welcome back to Q&A Sunday week 3.
You go, I ain't gotta say it no more. Drop it to the ground, girl, lay it on the floor. Pussy
So basically my mom bought me this t-shirt and she says you've got to wear it in one of your recordings. So welcome back to Q&A week 3. We got some new questions as well, and we got a lot of Snapchat ones as well. So if you guys are excited for this one, give it a thumbs up right below. It's super greatly appreciated. The first one comes from AKZ. Hi, how are you? I'm absolutely fine, thank you. How are you? And when will you do a meetup? A meetup? I guess the only place I really could do meetups would be like somewhere like Meadowall, if you're around like the Sheffield area or somewhere like that. I do plan on going to London in the upcoming months with my girlfriend Jessica. We're on about going down there, so if I ever was to be down London and people actually wanted to say hi to me, you know, it'd be absolutely mad that people actually want to do that, but I'm sure I would do a meetup down there or somewhere like that, or closer to the area. I don't know whereabouts, you know, everyone lives around in England, so it's really hard just to make meetups, but if I'm ever out down London or somewhere like that, I definitely would do a meetup down there. That'd be really cool to do. The next one comes from Donut323, and he says, who is your favourite Maria Nikki character? Oh, that is a hard one. Oh, because I just finished watching Maria Nikki for the third time the other night. It'd be wrong to say if Yuno was my favourite character. Just because of the fact that I love that factor about her. You know, she's just absolutely obsessed with spending time with him, with Yuki. So it's mad. I really do like the protagonist of her, I want to say. I think she's really good. How, you know, how she like developed this whole plot. I can't spoil it for you guys. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. I highly recommend watching it. It's a really good anime, and I can't really spoil it too much, but I would say Yuno because she's absolutely mental, and that's kind of how I'd be if I was in a game like that. You know, you'd have to kill to survive, and that's how you gotta be to be in the game. The next one comes from Dr. Jones99. Hey Christian, I entered the giveaway. I did everything you said to say. I'm 16. Shout out to that guy. Thank you very much. My name is, my mail is, okay, thank you very much. I would also like to say that you're one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. Hey, you see that? Thank you. You also sent like this. Have you seen my message on Facebook? Okay, thank you so much for all the entering. That is super greatly appreciated. The next one comes from Nick Gilman. It says, how many questions can the viewers ask? Question, if there were a colour, and what colour would you be? And would you blend with other colours or just be your own colour? Ooh, so I like that. That's kind of like the solo feeling. I probably would. If I had to choose a colour, I'd be blue. Or red. Or I'd be blue and red. Blue and red. I'd be blue and red. Definitely blue and red. Next one comes from Liam and says, what is your favourite Pokemon character of all time? My favourite Pokemon character of all time definitely has to be the boy Brock. Just because it's Brock, he comes out with those funny one-liners. I'm telling you, Brock is absolutely amazing. Next one comes from Warren27 and says, who would you say your biggest inspiration was to start YouTube? My biggest inspiration was to start YouTube probably was Maryland, I would say, because I used to watch his stuff when I first started out, and I used to see his thumbnails, and I remember always trying to make his thumbnails like mine. I can remember that so much. I was so much like a ditto when I first started off. I made his one of mine, and I was like, yo, that is so nice. And it just really stood out to me, and Maryland probably was one of my like greatest inspirations and to actually be able to start doing YouTube and stuff like that. It was, you know, it was a fun time back then. It was a fun time back then. The next one comes from Joey, and he says, are you a part of the wolf pack? Oh my god, Joey, no. I can't stand that guy. What is your favourite Pokemon starter, and who was the first person you met through YouTube, and how long have you known Operation iDroid? Alright then, so, oh my god, I forgot the first question already. Oh my god, I forgot it. Let me replay that. Alright, so who is your favourite Pokemon starter? My favourite Pokemon starter definitely would be Chikorita. Who was the first person you met through YouTube? The first person I met through YouTube, and how long have you known Operation iDroid? The first person I met through YouTube is a guy, I don't know if he still does YouTube to nowadays. You know how you meet people when you first start off, and you know, these people, they stick by you through everything, and it was a guy called Another Gamer Dude. He was one of the first people I ever spoke to when making my channel, and I think we both had around like 50 subs or something like that, and I can remember us both talking about it, and we both had like big plans because we both wanted, you know, to be able to make an impact and doing something like that. And I think he's quit now, and I don't know what he's doing nowadays, but he was the first guy I ever spoke to, and it's kind of sad to see him quit. But he was like one of the main guys that I first ever started talking to on YouTube, and then I met loads of other people like Connor, and my friend list just blew up from that, and I started to talk to everyone, and it was a pretty fun time. I can remember that so good. And how long have I known Operation iDroid? A funny story actually when I met John. I hope you're watching this, John. I hope you are watching this. I met John with, it wasn't me actually who met John first, it was Anesta. I remember John used to tweet me when it was not this year, it was not last year. No, was it last year? I think it was the first PAX South I ever went to, and that maybe have been 20... Yeah, it was 2015, and it was last year when I first met John. I first met John through Anesta because we were sat at Whataburger, and this is in San Antonio in Texas. We were sat at Whataburger, right? And John was sat on himself, and Anesta said to him, you know, it was like, I think it was like 11 o'clock at night, and there was me and Anesta that went out for something to eat. And we saw John, and I remember John through his tweets, because he tweeted me, you know, saying where I was staying for PAX South and stuff like that. So, and Anesta, I think, already spoke to him before, but John then, you know, Anesta said to John, come and sit over with us, and we started chatting. And then, I can remember this one part of which actually, like, made us really close. John saw Munching Orange, and I saw Munching Orange, because we was both, like, sat outside together. And he said, like, I said to John, oh, can you take a picture of me and Munching Orange? He says, yeah, of course. He takes the picture, right? And then I say to, and then John says to me, oh, can you take a picture of me with him? Because them two look so similar. And I says, yeah, sure. So I took the picture like this, right? And just before I was taking the picture, I took loads of pictures of like my face. I was just smiling like, and I took like 5 or 6 pictures of my face on John's phone, and then I didn't even know him that much at this point, and then I like took the picture of him, and he was scrolling through, and he just saw the pictures of me and just started bursting out crying. And then ever since that we got back, we said, you know, what are you doing for PAX East? And we started talking, and then we ended up rooming together at PAX East. And ever since then, you know, we came back, we started doing co-ops with each other and stuff like that. And me and John basically become like best friends ever. And I've met him plenty of times now. I've met him around like 6 times now, I think. I went over to Miami, and we has like spent half the day together just before I went on my cruise holiday. I went to his house and stuff like that. We sat behind his recording setup and everything like that. It was a really good fun experience, you know, and I think he's coming over as well, because funny enough, his birthday is the same day as mine, on the 5th of August, but he's 20 this time around. No, he's 21 this time around, should I say, not 20, and I'm 22, so I think he's coming over to celebrate his 21st over here, so we're going to go out for a drink and stuff like that, so I'm super excited for that. But yeah, that's how I met John. The next one comes from Oscar and says, who would your mascot be if Umbreon and Lilligant weren't added in Pokemon? Ooh, if Lilligant and Umbreon wasn't in Pokemon, my mascot pretty much, I think it would have been an evolution. I think it would have been either like Flareon or something like that, or I would have had like a basic Pokemon, you know, like Mudkip or anything like that. Shout out to the Mudkip in the back. Wait. I probably would have like a basic Pokemon like that, or it would have been Eevee or something like that. I think that definitely would have been my starter. Mascot, should I say. Will you accept Wi-Fi battles in the future? Comes from Josh. Of course, I'm still looking for Wi-Fi battles. Once I start up my Wonderlock, I'll probably start asking for Wi-Fi battles and stuff like that. But the only fortunate thing is I deleted everything off my old SD card, so I don't have any of my Wi-Fi mons as well. So that's kind of why I don't do Wi-Fi battles rarely, but I still do like free-for-alls and stuff like that. But I want to get back into the Wi-Fi scene because we are starting the UCL up soon, and I definitely do need to get back into the Wi-Fi thing. Next one comes from Yusuf and says, oh, Yusuf, I didn't catch that. Yusuf. I'm sorry. The next one comes from Vincent Games. Have you ever thought about playing visual novels like Sakura Games and aka Sakura Angels? I do, but if I did Let's Play them, it'd pretty much just them talking, not me actually talking over it. I'd just pretty much just give my opinion on the on the situation, what's happening, and then I probably just let you guys read it as I was reading it. I don't know, if you guys would like to see any visual novels, there is actually quite a few that I've seen on Steam, and I know that Hermesword does a lot of those as well, but I wouldn't be too upset to be able to do one of those. So I mean, if you guys would like to see them, leave a comment down below in the comment section. I'd greatly be able to, you know, on days that we don't have any Pokemon uploads or anything like that, I'd love to be able to do like a visual novel or anything like that, or something along the lines of the anime and stuff like that. So here we go. Vincent again also asks, what if an Umbreon got a Mega Evolution? I'd cry with happiness, but I doubt it'll ever happen. I don't think it'll ever happen. Pungoro says, I remember you used to make super awesome GFX, thank you so much. I don't make GFX anymore, and my GFX wasn't that good. It just wasn't. It wasn't. Do you have any advice on Pokemon YouTube channels so far? I have one myself, Boomerang's YouTube. Go check him out if you guys would like to. Advice, just play Pokemon games that you really do enjoy. Don't play games that, you know, you're not going to be enjoying, and your commentary is then just going to be super boring because you just want to get the video over with. So play games that you really do like, instead of, you know, just basically just playing a game just because everybody else is playing it. Like, you know, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are one of my favorite games to play, so, you know, I do a Let's Play Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and be able to talk the whole way through the video because I do genuinely like them games. But a Pokemon game that I don't like would probably be like a ROM hack or something like that I genuinely don't like, and the commentary would just be super boring, so don't do that. Don't. The Lightwood Hair 3118 says, why can't I ever date? Oh wow, this is a long one. Why can't I ever date you? I'm sorry. I live in the UK. Where exactly in England do you live? I live near Manchester, like an hour away from that, probably close to Sheffield, so it's like 30 minutes between Sheffield and an hour between Manchester. Are you planning any other videos / series at the moment? As of yet, I am not planning anything because we've got the Gold and Silver Randomizer Nuzlocke going up with John. We've got the Alpha Sapphire Wonderlock going on, and then we've got the Q&A Sunday going on, and then we also have free-for-alls going on, which I do plan on bringing back. I just need to get some people together and do that. So we already got 4 series going on, and then with the Pokemon Sun and Moon news that Sun and Moon news that come out, then I guess, you know, it'll be hard to do that, but I'll try my best to keep it going. Do you have anything planned once you have reached a certain amount of subscribers? 20,000 subscribers will be a huge milestone. We hit 15k, so I want to do kind of like an update or something like that for 15k. Look at this side of my hair, it like separates. This is the worst part of my hair that I hate. All that part there separates, and my hair's not even like greasy or anything like that. It just looks super, it's like super soft to touch. That's why I really hate that part of my hair. Anyways, not talking about my hair. So yeah, once I hit a certain amount of subscribers, 15k, I want to do kind of like an update. I am still doing the giveaway. It's probably played at the beginning of the video, so be sure to subscribe if you are brand new to the channel to enter the giveaway, to follow me on all my links down there. 15k, like I said, I'll do kind of like a 15k was pretty much kind of like a giveaway thing going on. But regardless of that, I will do an update just to say thank you so much for 15k, you know. 20k will be the next one to hit, and then 50k will be the one after that, I do believe, and then 100k. If we ever make it to 100k, I would be blown back, absolutely blown back. What's your favorite Pokemon typing and why? My favorite Pokemon typing is Dark, and why? Just because Umbreon's Dark. And I don't know, Dark Pokemon always seem so mysterious and cool as well, so I guess that's why I really like the factor of it. What do you do when we don't see you and you're not recording? Oh wow, that's really good. When I'm not recording, I'm pretty much I'm pretty much sat at my computer anyways when I'm not recording, either watching anime, I'm either watching what is it, like series on, like just random series and stuff like that. I'm either playing Overwatch, or I'm either out at my girlfriend's house. Yes, I do have a girlfriend. You know, I don't sit behind the computer all day. Maybe that's a lie, but anyways, I pretty much just do that when I'm out. Why can't I think of any of the questions? I don't know, you've said a few, so it's all good. And then I promise to ask better questions, senpai. Thank you, son. Anyways, guys, I'm probably going to be changing into different clothes because I've recorded this twice and like 2 separate times. So if you see that I've changed my clothes, I'm pretty sorry about that. Anyways, but that's all the time we have for in today's Q&A. Thank you all so much for sending in your questions. It is super greatly appreciated. Remember, if you want to be featured on this Q&A every week here, leave a comment down below in the comment section and it will get put into the video. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with all the channel updates. And with all that being said, I'm FeintAttacks. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you back next time. Bye.